Well, 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 if it isn't another topic on AI that I really want to discuss. I'm like a broken record when it comes to AI. I have talked about it so much. I've probably mentioned AI on my channel more than I've mentioned my role in the Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1, and that's really saying something. But it really feels like people just aren't grasping the magnitude of AI and how it's going to be game changing for everyday life in the next couple of years. It's only getting more and more sophisticated. And as it continues to develop, it's going to get very scary for everybody. I'm not trying to just put the fear of God in you, but I feel like there's some people out there that I just need to grab by the shoulders and shake them to really get it through their thick skull to stop being so short sighted. What am I talking about right now? Is the Taylor Swift AI porn images that were floating around last week. I'm sure a lot of you saw it. It's been a major talking point for a little bit. Basically, there were a lot of AI generated images of Taylor Swift getting fucked by Chiefs fans. And it's become a huge talking point in the mainstream media, so much so that there's even calls for Congress to make new legislation around AI generative content and stuff. And while this isn't a new application for AI that nobody saw coming, in fact, making deepfake AI porn is the most popular application of it, it is new in the sense that more people were exposed to it that were previously unaware of the negative side effects that can come with this kind of technology. And I've seen just so many brain rot takes about why it's just not a big deal and who cares. And these were the same takes we were seeing a year ago. If you remember the drama on Twitch where a streamer had signed up to a website that had like AI generated porn of other streamers on it, there were so many people saying like, they're not like actual victims of anything. It's not really their body. It's just their face on someone else's body. What are they crying about? What's all the whining? What's all this hoopla? It's nothing burger. That's just straight up degenerate stink brain weirdo take. It's very easy to understand why this kind of thing is bad. Even if it's not actually their body or anything, the AI generative content is extremely convincing. And not only that, obviously, none of the streamers, or in this case the celebrities here, are consenting to it. In the case of the Taylor Swift AI photos, there's plenty of people I saw of the older generation that thought they were real, because they didn't know you could make something that looked like this. And that's going to continue to be the case as the technology gets more and more advanced. And it's extremely accessible where anyone can make this kind of content. It only takes one nefarious weirdo a couple of minutes to tinker around here and generate this kind of content. And you have no control over that. If there's photos of you that exist anywhere on the cyberspace, anyone can grab those puppies and pop them in here and produce this very easily. And you'd be none the wiser. Until, of course, your dad comes up to you, sits you down, and says, "Look, son, I saw the photos. Your butt got blasted by 45 Chiefs fans. Do you want to talk about it? You going through a whore phase or something, son?" This kind of thing is only going to get more and more common. Right now, it's mainly being used against celebrities, so a lot of people feel totally justified in just laughing at them for it. Like, who gives a fuck? They can eat shit. Doesn't matter. Doesn't affect me. Haha. Regardless of how you feel about Taylor Swift, even if you're not like an avid Swiftie or anything like that, you're not a Taylor Swift enthusiast, it shouldn't matter. You should obviously be able to recognize why this is a terrible thing and isn't something that's just some goofy, no big deal situation. It's a fucking problem. But soon it's going to be happening to your mom, your sister, you, anybody, because it's more and more easily accessible by the day and more advanced by the day. Right now, you're seeing a lot of AI-generated images, but they also use it for AI videos as well. The deepfake porn has only been growing in popularity. There's entire services now that will charge users to create AI-generated porn videos of celebrities that they like or whatever. So it's getting very bad, and it's going to keep getting worse, and I just don't understand why people write this kind of thing off like, who cares? Not even really a victim of anything here. It's just AI generated images. It's not even her body. It doesn't make it any less violating, nor does it make it any less detrimental. Let's go ahead and stretch out from celebrities. Let's put our feelers elsewhere. Let's say you're applying for a job, just normal average Joe guy looking for a normal average job. You're applying to a lot of different places, and there's a company that's really interested, so they look your name up online, check out your social media, which is pretty standard procedure for most businesses these days to at least check social media. So they go to your social media, they look at your name, and they see something pretty interesting. It's a photo of you giving dual hand jobs. You got akimbo wieners, cock in each hand. And your potential employer sees that, and they're probably not going to do a whole lot of digging to see whether or not that's real or fake. It just came up when they looked at your name. I imagine there's a good chance they just move on to the next applicant and write you off right then and there because they saw that image, and that's probably going to be pretty off-putting to them. And it's not that far-fetched that someone might just make AI deepfake porn of someone they don't like in the real world to try and bully them or try and like start rumors about them, like, hey, look at what this guy was doing, or look what this girl was doing. Oh my gosh, it's revolting. Just to try and make your life more miserable. There's even a scam going around right now that's kind of popping off recently. I'm using that term pretty loosey-goosey. I wouldn't say popping off, but it's becoming pretty common. And basically what it is scammers are using AI to deepfake images and videos to convince men that they are some kind of female that's romantically interested in them, and eventually entice them into sending compromising photos or messages, and then use that as blackmail against the victim, saying that we'll tell your friends or family or employer or something if you don't give us money. I think the term that's being used for this is called sextortion. And recently, a 17-year-old took their own life after falling victim to a similar scam. In this case, the scammers didn't use AI, they just lifted a porn video for this one. But AI is being utilized in scams just like that one for the same purpose. And of course, I've mentioned this next one quite a bit, but AI phone scams are really blowing up recently, where scammers are able to clone people's voices and they're delivering phone calls to loved ones pretending to be their son or daughter, and that they're in a stressful situation, like they're in danger and they need to get money ASAP from the family member. And the technology is already good enough for these to be very convincing. And the family members are sending money to these scammers under the impression that it's their son or daughter that needs it to survive and something's gone wrong. And that's still just the tip of the iceberg. There's still so much more when it comes to like negative implications of using this kind of technology that we just saw be used for the Taylor Swift AI stuff. So all the people that are having a hearty belly laugh at it, giggling like, it's not a big deal, what are they making such a fuss about? It's super fucking dumb and unbelievably short-sighted. You will likely be the victim of something similar in the future. Even if it's not AI deepfake porn, it'll be some kind of AI scam phone call, and it all ties back to the same problem of it is easily accessible to everybody in the world, and you can't really do a whole lot to stop it right now, which is why it's such a tricky situation when it comes to like, what do we do about it going forward? I saw was it the White House? White House correspondent or something was like, we've seen the Taylor Swift AI stuff and deeply disturbed. We're going to be looking into this or something. And right now it's mainly celebrities, but soon it'll just be anybody. And then another story started floating around about like a 14-year-old girl that took her own life because of bullying, and apparently one of the things they did was deepfake her into like porn or something. I don't know if that was confirmed or not, but that headline kept getting spread around. But that is something that really will be, like, a thing. Bullies in school can just take any picture anyone posts and deepfake porn of them or something to bully them. So it's not just going to be celebrities. And it's already not just celebrities. You can do the same with Photoshop, though. You can't Photoshop, like, an actual porn video of someone, not convincingly, though. Deepfaking AI, you absolutely can. And it's not even close. You can make extremely believable things out of AI deepfakes. How are they going to regulate it, though? Anyone with a decent GPU can generate the images really easily. The code's open source. Yeah, that's why it's so difficult and so complicated. I have no idea how you'd regulate it. I genuinely don't know. ZB Bear was always an annoying loser. I don't know who that is. I only know that name from the Taylor Swift deepfake AI shit. And now he's on the chopping block. Do you still have the AI girlfriend? Dorothy? No, we broke up. I finally canceled it.